This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, my viewers and subscribers. So as I go through this story here, I just want you all to feast your eyes on a couple of video clips. We have Ramdin Lara and Ramdin playing some magnificent shots in their semi-final against Sri Lanka. All right, so the main thing that I want us to look at in this video is the fact that Phillip and Jayden Seals next month will be heading to the UK. Yes, my people. I made mention of this a couple days ago in a video that I did. You understand? And I am really happy to see that, they are actually going over there. I mean, Phillip, we definitely want to see him coming through and playing some more red ball cricket at the international level. We already know that Jayden Seals is, you can almost call him the leader of our pace attack right now in terms of consistency and wicket taking. So he's also on his way over there. All right, so I am taking this story from the Daily Express from out of Trinidad. So shout out to the Daily Express. This is me just looking at this, the information and sharing it. All credit goes to them in terms of putting the story together. So it says West Indies and Trinidad and Tobago fast bowlers Phillip and Jayden Seals will be heading to the UK later this month to take up contracts with their respective county championship side. And the latest visa requirements imposed by the UK government is not expected to be an issue, right? So, there is some visa requirements between, for people traveling from Trinidad and Tobago, but that's not going to be a problem. Both men have confirmed that they will be heading to England ahead of the start of the county championship season next month. Seals, 23, will return to Sussex, while Phillip will campaign with Lancashire, right? They say effective March 12, Trinidad and Tobago citizens who want to visit the UK will be required to apply for a visa. Now, this is what Seals had to say regarding that matter. This would not impact me in any way, right? End quote. Seals confirmed yesterday. He went on to say, and I quote, arrangements were already made to get my visa, so I have it already. End quote. Now they say, and the 28-year-old Phillip also anticipates a smooth entry process into the UK. This is Phillip, and I quote, everything was put in place early. The new policy will not affect my stint in England. I leave on March 28th, and the first class season begins in April. End quote. So good to see that the powers that be actually went ahead and made sure that everything was set up for them. They said both men were part of the West Indies contingent that traveled to Pakistan earlier this year for a 2-test match series before returning to bolster the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force bowling lineup for the West Indies Championship. Now they said the pair played crucial roles in the Red Force's innings and 56-run victory over Barbados Pride inside 2 days at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. Just to remind you, Phillip took 6 wickets in that game, boosting his tally to 10 from 4 games in the ongoing campaign. Meanwhile, Seals has claimed 9 scalps in 4 matches, right? 4 of those coming in the latest win against the Pride, right? So we just want to say congratulations to the players, my people. We're always happy when we see our regional players getting the opportunity to go overseas to play. Coach Ryan Emmerich had indicated that, they will be missed, but they are not worried because they have good young fast bowlers coming through, and they will just take their time to integrate them into the squad with some of the senior players that are already there. Now, what we have seen over the last couple of years is that it's mostly our seamers, mostly our bowlers that are getting the opportunity to play in the county championship. And you look at it and you realize that it's mostly our bowlers that are holding up, that are really holding up our cricket at the international level. It's not to disrespect our batsmen, but most of what our batsmen will do, they probably can find guys in the English county, in the championship, that will be able to do that with the bat. You understand? But over the years, we have always had bowlers going over there to do some really good work. You understand? Jason Holder, Kemar Roach, you can basically call him a honorable member, honorable citizen when it comes on to playing for Surrey. You understand? He spends a lot of time there. So Kemar Roach, we would have seen Alzari Joseph, even the pacer there from Trinidad and Tobago, Shannon Gabriel, he spent a lot of time over there in the past. So, our bowlers, they have always done pretty good. You understand? The latest we have seen in terms of batting, I think it was Shea Hope, who got an opportunity a couple of years ago, but he has decided to take the white ball cricket seriously. So it's just last week we see him back in the white suit. So I am hoping that going forward, our batsmen will be able to find some amount of consistency at the international level, so they can get the opportunity to go over there. Sometimes we, as fans, we look and we say, why can't they? Why they don't go to England to play? Why they don't go to England to play? Who going to take them? Who's going to take them and play them ahead of youngsters in their setup that probably will outscore them? It doesn't make any sense. You understand? It's a business, so they are going to want to employ or take the services of our bowlers, because our bowlers, they generally produce at a good level. You understand? The batsmen, not so much. So that is why we want to see some more consistency from the youngsters coming through with the bat. Hopefully they can show some consistency in this championship, probably next championship. When they get into the West Indies team, they can do a thing. As I said, there are several batsmen around the world that they can issue out contracts to. You understand? So it's going to be very difficult for them to just take up contracts and give to batsmen that they're not even producing at the regional level. And remember, we might identify young players and say these are young guys that they can really utilize, or they can invest in. But, it won't benefit England to really invest in our young players. They want people that are already established, that they can come in and help their county side to win. You understand? So that is for us. That is for us in the Caribbean to do, in terms of building up our players. So yeah, we just want to say shout out to these two bowlers that are heading over there. I really and truly hope that they will go and produce. We know that Jayden Seals has been there before, and he did well. We are hoping that Phillip will do well in the games if he gets an opportunity to play. And there are a couple of other young pacers coming through. You understand? We see Jedediah Blades doing his thing this season. You understand? We see Joshua James doing his thing. We see Kelvin Pittman. There are quite a few seamers coming through that they are probably not as old, so we can invest in them. So, that is pretty much how it's looking, my viewers and subscribers. And I definitely wish the two of them all the best. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the Red Force team will cope with losing two of their main seamers as they look to end that drought. I think they have been without the regional championship for about 20 years or so, or close to 20 years. So, let us see how it goes, my people. Gonna leave this one right here for now. Just continue to stay tuned to the channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Big up.